Let's solve this trigonometric equation. We have negative 2 cos squared x equals negative cos x negative 1, and this is defined in the interval 0 to 2 pi. That is, x is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2 pi. Observe that the 0 is included in the interval but not this 2 pi. So first we solve this equation. I'm going to add a 2 cos squared x on both sides. So therefore this equation becomes 0 equals 2 cos squared x minus of cos x minus 1. Or else we can rewrite this equation as 2 cos squared x minus cos x minus 1 equals 0. Now I'm going to replace cos x by the letter t, just to make sure that this looks like more like a quadratic equation. So when I do that, I get 2t squared minus of cos x is t. So this becomes t minus 1 equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation which can be solved for t. So we can factorize this and write as a product of linear terms. And when we do that, we can write down like this, that is 2t plus 1 times of t minus 1. This equals 0. Let's verify that. When we fold this, we should get 2t square. That is 2t times of t is 2t square. We have 2t square. And then we have the sum 2t times of negative 1 is negative 2t. And 1 times of t is positive t. So when you add these like terms, we get negative t. So we have the negative t. And finally, we have the product. 1 times of negative 1 is negative 1. So we have it here. So therefore, this factorization is correct, which means we can solve for t from this product of linear terms. So either 2t plus 1, this equals 0, or t minus 1 equal to 0. So let's solve this first equation. So from this, we get t equals negative half. We have to first subtract 1 from both sides and divide by 2. Now, since we have to determine the value of x, I'm going to replace t by x now. So therefore, this will become a trigonometric equation. So cos x equal to negative half. And similarly, when I solve this equation, this gives a t equal to 1. So therefore, cos x equal to 1. So basically, we have to solve these two equations, that is cos x equal to negative half and cos x equal to 1, so that we determine the value of x. First, let's solve this equation, cos x equal to negative half. So this is one of the trigonometric equation wherein we can find the reference angle. So for that, to find the reference angle, I'm going to write down this as cos of x reference. This equals a positive 1 by 2. I just ignore the negative for a moment and consider this only a positive quantity. Now we know that if cos x is half, then x reference, that is the reference angle, this equals pi by 3. That is, we can determine this using the table values or from the unit circle, because cos pi by 3, this equals half. So we found the reference angle, but that's not the actual angle which we have to solve. We have to determine the actual angles. So using these equations, that is cos x is negative. And for that, we are going to bring the quadrant concept. So we have to understand in which quadrant cos x is negative. Cos x is negative in second quadrant as well as in third quadrant. That is according to the cast diagram. That is CAST. So cos is positive in first as well as in second. So which means it is negative in the other remaining quadrants. So that's why it is negative in quadrant 2 as well as in quadrant 3. So we know that the reference angle is pi by 3 and cos x is negative. So using these two information, we determine that the angle should lie either in second quadrant or in third quadrant. So if it lies in second quadrant, we say the actual angle, which we can call it as x. This equals the reference angle that is pi minus of reference angle, pi minus x reference. So this gives pi minus of reference angle is pi by 3. This is one of the angles. So when you simplify this, pi minus pi by 3, this will give 2 pi over 3. And similarly, we will have another angle, that is when x when lies in quadrant 3, because cos x is negative, we say that it is equal to pi plus the reference angle. So I write down here pi plus x reference. So this equals pi plus the reference angle is pi by 3. And when we simplify this, we get 4 pi over 3. So basically, these are the two solutions of the of the equation cos x equals negative half. Now we can, in the same way, we can determine the value of x when cos x equal to half. Sorry, cos x equal to 1. So we know that cos x is 1 when x equal to 0, because cos 0 equals 1. And also cos 2 pi is also 1. Cos 2 pi is, I'm sorry for that. Okay, let's continue. So we also know that the cos 2 pi is also 0. But however, in the problem, we are given that 2 pi is not included. So we are not considering this 2 pi as the solution. We can ignore that. So therefore here x has only one solution, that is x equal to 0. So finally we get three solutions for this equation, that is 2 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, and then 0. So therefore we can finally say that the solutions of the given trigonometric equation is x equal to 0, 2 pi over 3, comma 4 pi over 3. And this is the solution of the trigonometric equation.